guys.
The 12 days of secret Christmas, the 12 days of secret Christmas, the 12 days of secret Christmas, and that's all we got.
So, I have never done a haul video before, so I'm going to be doing a haul video, yeah, in my own old-fashioned nerdy little way. No, I did not do a makeup haul, and sadly, it is not a comic book haul or a video game haul either, but it is a craft fair haul. Just a quick note that a lot of these products I'm going to be showing you have their own websites and or can be ordered online. So if you really dig them, I highly suggest you do it because these all come locally from the lower part of British Columbia or the Okanagan. So, my birthday weekend, of all times, the craft fair happened. And they have this giant craft fair that comes to Kelowna. Basically, everybody kind of converges on Prospera Place. The first thing here is world's best dang hot sauce. Now this stuff is made in Nanaimo, BC, which is on the island, so it's not exactly the Okanagan, but it's still cool. This thing freaking burned my mouth. I actually bought this for Alex because I felt bad that I was buying so much for me. Field Gold Gourmet Canadian honey lime ginger, and this is a dipping sauce, and it's also like it's a really awesome mustard, and I hate mustard, so the fact that I found a mustard that I actually like that I can put on like ham sandwiches is totally amazing. Mango chutney. Now this is a sweet chutney, very nice, easygoing, and just totally blows your mind. All our products are made in small batches to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Peach chutney. Now, unlike the mango, this is really spicy, but not spicy enough for me. The nice thing about this is that it's got that kick while still maintaining some little bits of the sweetness. Raspberry jelly. This is made by Kootenai Treasures, Judy Sturt, Nelson, BC. She's got a postcode here, so Google her or I will try and find a thing. She's got these fun little fabric things on top. Now they had this strawberry jam, but I'm not a big fan of strawberry, so I got the raspberry jelly instead, and it is probably some of the best raspberry jam I've ever had in my entire life. Honey. Now the only place I buy my honey is Brainy Bee. It is made here in the Okanagan. It's actually made in Kelowna at Kay's Bee Apiary, and this one here is Amber Classic Pure Honey. Now my favorite honey that make is a lavender honey. They have so many different varieties. The best freaking honey you will ever have in your life. And I know I keep saying that, but really, legitimately, if you're unsure, just go buy a little small. They have sample containers of the lavender and the thistle. Cilantro and lime vinaigrette, which is really good. My grandmother actually bought a 3-box because they have 3 different kinds, but the lime and cilantro was my favorite. Now you do have to shake this well because if it sits for any length of time it does tend to separate, but it says that on the bottom. It reminds you, please agitate before use. Balsamic Reduction. Now this is made by Nona Pia's Gourmet. If you're like me and you eat the olive oil with the balsamic vinaigrette and you dip like rye bread or any sort of bread into it and you eat it, this is like that, only it's a reduction, so it's a little bit thicker. And this one here is rosemary, and it is to die for. This has an interesting story to it. By Beeswax Kootenai Candles, Creston, BC. The guy who was manning this booth was actually kind of a jerk, just my opinion. They didn't have prices labeled anywhere on them, so when my boyfriend and I passed the booth, he said, "Hey, for you, $4, $3, you know, trying to get me to buy this little bear candle," which is funny because my nickname is Bear for my family. So my grandmother and I went back and we were looking at his table later on, maybe, you know, not even 15-20 minutes later, and he said, my grandmother asked how much the candle was because she knows that my nickname is Bear, and he said $5.50, and I was thinking, holy, this is why you have products priced before you put them on the table so that you can't be a jerk and raise the price. When my little old grandmother comes, you don't want to thief more money from her. It's autumn spiced. If you could smell this, it smells like seasoning salt and celery spice, and it just smells so good, and you can use it on so many things. I also got this mulled cider mix from Amber Cut Acres. Now it was a little bit expensive, both products. I actually also bought a little bag of dried plums, and they weren't my favorite dried plums ever, but they were still very good. Basically, you put this into a liter of juice or wine, and you simmer, and basically you just add to it all day. I got this little Santa thing. It's made out of this wood, and it's got little doodads. And he, I can't remember what the shop was for the life of me, but this is the coolest thing ever. This, which is a little stuffed owl, he sits up all by himself because he's like got these beans in him. He's very cute, very detailed, got little things. He's made by Classy Creations, and there's an email here, so I will pass that on in the sidebar below. Now he was expensive. This little guy here, $15, and my gnome, if you put him up against my gnome, the real gnome, my gnome, which is about a similar size, only the owl's fatter, my gnome only cost me $4. Every year I go to this craft fair, I get one of these candles, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what the business name is. It doesn't have it on the tag. It just says this candle is uniquely crafted in Canada, and it's got some tips for you. Approximate burn time is 35 hours, and it only costs $8. And if you can see, it's kind of got these chunks on the top here, but it's got this cool polka dot coloring to it. Now this one's called Sunrise. I wish you had smell-o-vision. If any of these things you wanted to smell, this is it. Here you go. Tub teas, which I always like. I got a tension tamer, and I got winding down. And that is my craft fair haul. Overall, I think I probably spent about $100 total on everything, which is what I love about craft fairs. All of this is made straight from the heart. And I did have more stuff, but of course I've eaten it. You know, like chocolates or those little wax honey strips. It's so good. If you have a local farmer's market or craft fair, I highly suggest you go support the people who are trying to make money from what they love doing. How can you say no to the mini Santa Claus? Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great 12 days of Secret Christmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.